Don't you hate it when you get all the guys together and you get all the equipment out in the middle of a rock field and you're standing there and you're waiting for your lead singer to show up? Exactly. So the guys from Ad Infinitum are in the middle of a rock garden, set up, ready to go, and they're waiting. Who are they waiting for? You know. In the YouTube reaction system, certain videos must be reacted to by highly trained specialists. Unfortunately, we only have this idiot. Yep. Must be spooky season. Yep, it's my first reaction after September the 1st. So we're doing our Halloween theming, which means, yeah, that. My serial killer intro. Actually, Chelsea loves it more than my other one. Let's be honest. All right, everybody, here we go. The new one from Ad Infinitum, Surrender, which I don't think they'll ever do. They'll never surrender. What's funny, though, is I don't see... where's Melissa? Oddly enough, if you see the thumbnail for this video, you see Melissa and a female ensemble behind her. It's like a metal European Destiny's Child, but better. Try not to start a fight here. Here we go. From Napalm Records, Ad Infinitum, Surrender.
Lost in the rhythm, between the lights and the sounds, can hear you breathing and feel the pulse in the ground. My heart is beating. No, you can't turn back anymore. Chills down my spine, call me the devil. You can't blame me for your sins, they're not afraid.
Okay, stop. I need to say something before we go any further, and it's very, very important to me. I'm really loving this, but it is a very big shift. Okay? If you look at, I don't know, that album right there and all the other chaptered versions of Ad Infinitum from before, chapters 1, 2, and 3, symphonic, powerful, metal, with a little bit of a soulful pop vocal style. But a lot of you just saw that Melissa released a single of her own that was very different from the symphonic metal, the modern metal style that her and Ad Infinitum are known for, and also Dark Side of the Moon, some of her other projects, where she participates in projects that range from folk metal to power metal to, you know, the metalcore style that is Ad Infinitum from a modern perspective. And then she releases her own thing that has a very pop, dance, you know, feel to it, soulful R&B kind of vibe. And then now she's drugged the guys into this. So here they are looking like, you know, cool in the gang, but not. Yeah, so now I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It's a different vibe. Here's my favorite part. Melissa is not the only person in Ad Infinitum who has an eclectic style. All the guys from Ad Infinitum can play pretty much anything you ask them to. So I'm wondering if this is kind of a different change of focus, or if this is a one-off. I don't know, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to keep checking them out. So here we go. Let me continue on with the backup dancers and the outfits, and Melissa continuing on this pop diva tour. I mean, I'm in.
You can't blame me for your sins, they're not afraid of. There's violet chemistry accelerated when everyone is watching. No, I don't really wanna go. This is what I've been looking for. Tomorrow is unknown. Stay here for a minute, yeah, just a minute. Whoa.
this could be genius. If you take people like different mega stars around the world, like a Rihanna, like a Beyonce, Taylor Swift, all the different pop acts, you know, different K-pop and J-pop styles that are around the world of a completely different genre that wouldn't know harsh vocals if they ever heard them in their life. And then you allow the capsulization of that pop vibe, that soul R&B vibe that appeals to billions of people around the world. And then you said, we're going to give you something that you're going to love, but let me explain to you a little bit about the woman on the screen. She not only does this, but she also does this and this and this. Oh, and the voice you're about to hear is actually her, but for all of you who do not listen to metal, you won't believe it the first time you hear it. It is barrier breaking. I'm just telling you. And my favorite part about it is I think for Melissa, she's probably one of the most eclectic artists out there. I really wonder, what is her favorite type of music? What is her favorite vibe of music? You got to believe that she loves folk music. You got to believe that she loves metal, obviously. But does she have an R&B soul? Does she have all these different aspects? And based upon her ability to move in and out of different projects with every type of artist and collaborate with them seamlessly, when you can get on a stage and do classic renditions of a modern symphonic metal folk art like A Dark Side of the Moon with Hans Plotz and Jenny and Morton, her husband, but at the same time, you can go into Camelot and do backing vocals with, you know, royalty from heavy metal gods. What else can you do? I have all three of those albums. I only have one on the wall. I have all of the Ad Infinitum chapter series. I love them all in different ways. The fire, the epicness, the harsh vocal, the ability to take you on a journey from a metal point of view. But this is not that. This has a different vibe completely. Is it going to turn people off? Possibly. Some of the metal purists may not like it. But a lot of the stuff that Ad Infinitum did, they didn't exactly love anyway because they kind of melded their way through a unique style. This could be very different. Similar to Unleash the Archers, where their latest album is a complete different storytelling concept. Some of the classic metal purists don't like it as much, but for me, I love the storytelling, so I love the new album. I don't know where Ad Infinitum is going with this. And if this is a one-off, great. Everyone needs something different. If this is a new direction, I'm really interested to see where they go with this. Because I gotta be honest with you, to see Adrian sit there and not do anything for the first minute of the song because, you know, it's just, because, you know, there's pads being played, right? And there's backing, you know, soulful R&B vibes in it. You're like, what are the guys going to do? Well, this is where they take a water break. Cool. What are they going to do after this? I'm kind of liking it. I should have known it was going to be something different because you have backup dancers. I mean, come on.
Guys can't stop the feeling. It comes out at night when I am lonely. So don't leave me here all alone. I don't wanna know if tomorrow's given. Yeah, if it's given. What if we just lost the woman?
Did he just do the funk? He just do the funk chord chop?
We're just a bunch of fucking animals. But we're so civilized.
All right, so now they're the P-Funk All-Stars, and they're Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, so here's my thought. And I know I've been stopping this a lot because, and I know I've been talking a lot, and a lot of people are like, you should just let the video play. It's too important for me not to say what keeps hitting my brain. I love funk music. Okay, I grew up on funk music. P-Funk, Parliament Funkadelic, George Clinton, the P-Funk All-Stars, Earth, Wind, and Fire. That was my jam as a kid. I know it seems weird, right? But it was. Here's my thought process. There is the down crunch and the distortion and the delivery of modern metal. But the rhythm section is 100% R&B and soul. The way the progression into the kick and the way the bass is played on the off count is more R&B and soul than any sort of metal music. So the delivery is different. Now, where have you heard that before? You've heard it a lot lately. Something kind of changed in metal music about 4 years ago. During COVID and just before COVID, we started to see bands put more groove, a funk, soulful R&B type groove into the rhythm sections of what has always been a pure traditional metal genre. Bands like Ginger, obviously now Ad Infinitum does it as well. But you have a lot of bands that do that. There's other bands as well, like Oceans of Slumber. I don't think they've ever played a non-groovy beat ever. So the classic four on the floor or that calibrated horse power metal vibe still exists, but you have a lot of other bands that are taking influences, not just vocally, not just in guitar work, but the core of the sound is different because your rhythm section has more groove and funk and a soulful feel than it did 10 years ago. Now, when you have nu metal that was into hip hop, that's one thing. That's a different situation. This groove metal, I guess we could say soul metal or R&B metal kind of collaborational genre shift, it's different. And I'm really enjoying it. I think it's kind of a unique situation for Ad Infinitum where they were set up in that symphonic metal area for years with other bands like them. You could throw a rock in Europe and hit 25 symphonic metal bands all on the same label. But if you look at Napalm Records right now, how many different genres of metal do they have in the roster? I mean, think about it. They literally have 4 pirate bands, 3 comedy bands. You've got traditional gods of metal that do the classic gods of metal. You just added, Dragon Force, extreme power metal. You have bands, come on, you got Miles Kennedy and, you've got every little genre. So you're starting to see kind of an eclectic vibe throughout the label. And some people are not going to like this. They want the castles. They want the fire. They want Niklas Müller to do this. And they want the harsh vocal and they want the fantasy storytelling. But go all the way back to the first video that we saw, Outer Space. This has been something that has developed in this new album. It makes them unique now. It makes them something where they're not just another one of the, Ad Infinitum can tour with Feuerschwanz, and they can tour with all these other bands that have similar folk vibes and styles. This is something different. They still have the classic Ad Infinitum stuff that we all love, but this entire album has been little whispers of an R&B soul popular concept intermixed. And if you noticed, when we started with Outer Space, it started with her harsh vocal and then aggressive pop and that heavy blast in the beginning, and then it's softened up to kind of a soulful rendition. Then you have, and as we've progressed, it has become more soulful, more R&B, more pop style. And then just 2 weeks ago for Melissa to come out with her single that is completely R&B with a little bit of harsh vocal in it, but the delivery was completely pop contemporary styling. It felt more like a Rihanna song than a Melissa Bonny song, which is great because they're both amazing like that. And now for Ad Infinitum's next one to literally start off like almost a European version of a J-pop band. And then they bring in the metal after. So I'm not saying that they're completely changing genres, but in this album, they're bringing something that is uniquely different than previous works. And I'm in. Now I just want to know how far they're going to take it. Will the balance remain? I think it will. These guys are too good not to. All right. I'm not going to stop it again. I've stopped it enough. We're like 16 minutes into a reaction for a 4-minute song. But let's be honest. That's kind of my thing.
Tell me I'm not a fool. What if we just let it?
Tell me things aren't changing. He picked up a Lakewood and played an acoustic ending to this. Ad Infinitum can play any form of music. We already knew that. But this entire album seems to be a complete shift in dynamic. Here's my favorite part. They're bringing in their classic symphonic and their breakdowns and acoustic parts into it. And no, I didn't stop it. It's over. Shut up. But here's my favorite part. You know that Ad Infinitum can tour with any number of Napalm artists of different genres of metal. It's our favorite part. And Melissa is completely compatible with almost any collaboration. And the guys can create almost any form of music. Who is Melissa married to? Morton Lowe. And Morton is a drummer of a band on another label, but really well known, a little band called Amaranth. What is Amaranth known for? Metal. Okay, what type of metal? High energy, house, kind of a pop style metal, where they take the energy of house music and that high energy of pop music, and they interweave it with a very fantastical, deliberated, speedy metal style with a combination of harsh vocal, power female vocalists, power male metal vocalists, and they make this collaboration. Ad Infinitum is doing something similar, but instead of doing high energy, it's deliberate and soulful. But there's a hybrid theory in it. That's a Linkin Park joke for everybody. So if you have a band like Amaranth that is high energy, R&B, pop style with a metal foundation, and you have Ad Infinitum that is a soulful R&B version of the same thing, and then you have other bands that are doing, like funky groove, metal aggressiveness forward like Ginger, it's a great time to be alive in metal. Because for decades, all the way going back to when I was a kid, there was only one type of metal. That was 4 on the floor, big arena, go as big as you can, as fast as you can, as decadent as you can. Now, music is no longer static and siloed. It's very fluid and dynamic. So as much as I love all of those Ad Infinitum albums, going all the way back to the Plague Masks, I'm really enjoying the new stuff as well. I think it's very interesting. And here's my favorite part. My kids love a lot of the Ad Infinitum classic stuff because the epicness and the beauty of the storytelling. Same thing with Dark Side of the Moon, etc. But this right here, so far, every song on the new album, my daughters have loved. Why? Because they love to dance too. And they love to groove, and they love that R&B feel. I think they're onto something really, 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 really positive, and I like it. All right, everybody. I'm gonna let this this fade away. I want to look and see the credits, see who mixed it, see who did the costuming and the makeup, because I always want to know that stuff. Yeah, I dig into things. I knew it. Yeah, I do it every time. If I see the word Cami Zero, I give props. Makeup and costumes, I just absolutely love Cami's work. You've seen a lot of Cami's work in different metal bands from Europe, i.e. a crazy eclectic like Electric Callboy, all the way to sultry and beautiful. Nobody does an eye like Cami Zero. And me, obviously, I'm a makeup aficionado. I know everything about makeup. No, but Cami can do things with makeup that can make it look like it's not even from this planet. At the same time, Cami can do all this stuff with makeup and visuals that make you realize, wow, it's gritty, it's dark, it's amazing. So you have all these amazing people in here. It is, of course, a Witsky production. Outstanding videos. This guy, Mirko, makes some of the best metal videos out there. And it's all about location. If you look at the location that they're shooting in, where are they at? Well, it's industrial. There's stonework. There's scaffolding. Is this an antenna? Maybe, but it's not a castle. There's no fire in it at all. It almost looks like the location for an Amaranth video. Just saying. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that one. And with that, you're ready for the next one, aren't you? I know I am. Bring on some more Ad Infinitum. I don't know if the information for the new album is listed, but oh yeah, there it is. Abyss, out October 11th. You can pre-order it here. I'll have that link in the description below. I know the first 3 albums that I bought from Ad Infinitum, I absolutely loved. This one could be my most anticipated. And I mean that 100%. And with that, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.